good morning, and very good morning. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Viewgraphy. How are you guys? I hope you guys doing great. Well, today's video is one shot, like just one go video about my overview and my overview and review about this lens. Yes, I have this 85mm f 1.2. Yep, thanks to Nikon Middle East, who basically gave me this lens for review and to test it. And I used this lens. I compared this lens. There, by the way, I compared this lens with 85 1.8, which is right over here. Just a second. Okay. So this is 85 1.2. This is 85 1.8. Okay. But before I go deep down, and you definitely wants to know how these two gonna compete with each other, a 1.8 versus 1.2, there will be a dedicated separate video just about having the comparison of these two lenses. All right. Right now, I'm just wants to show you the size difference, weight, and all that specs. Wait, I will write down over here about these two lenses, but look at the size. So this is 1.2 and this is 1.8. So look at the size difference. It's massive. Of course, this is a heavy lens. You're talking about one full stop of light more than this. This is 1.8, 1.2, one stop of light difference. So you get one stop more light in this, so more bokeh and all that. But this, I just have this 85 1.8 in hand just to show you the dimension, the size. And if I want to show you, just a second, if you look at the front element, you see the front element? It's massive, it's big, so it's a huge difference. Okay, so what about this 85 1.2? It has the same, the build quality is robust, like all plastic metal. The rear mount is all metal. This is all metal. The mid is hard plastic. The front is 82mm filter thread, and this is the normal. This is the grip. This is the focus ring. This is the control ring. And this is only one switch, autofocus and manual. That's it. The rear element is big enough to capture the full frame. The lens is heavy. It's just like the 50mm 1.2, if you remember, the one I had a review on. Just like 50mm 1.2, this lens is also rendered in 3 dimension because of this heavy big glass element. Now, if you look at the counterpart from other competitors, maybe this looks comparatively big, but if you watch my 50mm 1.2 video, in that video I explain why the image quality coming out from these lenses, especially the 51.2, is whatever I said about 51.2, exactly same. My thoughts, same review I'm going to say about this 85 1.2. The glass element that was used for this lens is purposely making the image in 3 dimension because the size of the glass elements. If you try to because lens design is all compromise. If you try to reduce the size, you will end up compromising the quality, the bokeh quality, and the sharpness or edge-to-edge sharpness, the vignetting, the chromatic aberration. Or there's a whole lot of things, the parameters that you have to look upon when you design a lens. So when it comes to designing this 85 1.2, the Nikon basically has zero compromises on the image quality, and it has to h sharp, alright. But they're more concerned about the fall off. The fall off, you will see in the video. I will put a quick clip about a video how the fall off was from here to the background. You will see right now on the screen the short clip of the video. Good morning, and very good morning. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Viewgraphy. Yeah, this is a quick video test about autofocus system of Nikon 85mm f1.2 S-line lens, and I just want to show you the bokeh and the fall off that you can see by this lens, and also the quality, the sharpness, and how good the camera, the lens is in autofocus acquisition as I'm constantly moving back and forth across the frame. I'm shooting this clip with Nikon ZF, which comes with Expeed 7 processor with almost Z9 and Z8 autofocus capability. So this is kind of just more like a test sample about the video, how it is, and especially the follow-up and the sharpness at the same time. So this looks pretty damn good. Like, really, I really like this, the fall off. And I'm purposely shooting this thing in black and white because it's just give me that extra bit of artistic touch, and especially that fall off requires more kind of artistic touch. That's why I'm shooting this thing in black and white. I hope you like this quick video about this lens. I believe, by the way, I compared this lens with 85mm 1.8 S-line, which I'm going to make a dedicated separate video about it, which you will see on my channel very soon. That's it. But actually I'd like to talk more in this, because I really like that aesthetic approach, black and white, that fall off. It gives me that artistic touch, and I really like this rendition so far. So that's it. That's a quick video demo for you guys to show you the 85mm f1.2 as video performance. Yep. Well, looks fine. Autofocus is really working great. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in future. Like, not future, I mean the video is still ongoing. So let's get to the main video. Okay, so now you saw that quick clip, how the fall off was from this lens. I purposely shot that closely, so because that's what the lens is all about. I was shooting at f1.2, and the autofocus from this lens is so fast that it was constantly keeping up with my eye all the time. I was shooting with ZF, which is having Expeed 7 processor, so the autofocus was just like Z8 and Z9. So I didn't feel any lagging or lack of autofocus in that video clip. So the autofocus of this lens is on par, the best. The size, the glass element that is used is big because of the quality that this lens is spit out. That this lens is rendering the image so damn good that it, because of the glass element that was used, and the glass elements inside this lens is big because of 1.2, but not because of 1.2, it's because the quality that is going to render. Another thing which I noticed in this lens, which is two things I noticed very immediately is the lens coating inside the glass element. Once you shoot directly into the sun, no flare. I didn't see any flare at all. So the flare coating is very well controlled in that, very well controlled. Like if you're literally shooting directly into the sun, you won't squeeze your eyes like, yeah, what's going on. Even directly shooting into the sun. It was really amazing experience for me. And I thought there is a cloud or anything, but I was shooting right directly into the sun. So there was a big difference because of the coating that was used in that lens. Now, another thing which I noticed immediately is when I was shooting next to each other, this 1.8 lens and this 1.2. Now, this is 1.8 lens and this is 1.2. So, even if you stop down this lens to 1.8 and shooting these two lenses 85 millimeter at 1.8 on on any Z camera, and I mean any Z camera, the background got more blur from this lens even at the same aperture of 1.8. I noticed the same thing when I was shooting at 400 millimeter f 2.8 and I was shooting 400 2.8 TC versus 400 4.5, and I stopped down that 400 2.8 at 4.5, shot next to 400 4.5, but that 400 2.8 was blurring more the background even at 4.5. Same story with this. Even with this lens at 1.8 renders the background more blur than this tiny 1.8. So even if you shoot both, this got more blur. So that's it. I'm gonna put some sample shots in, on the way, and you will be seeing the image quality from this lens. But there is one kind of a different when it comes to handling. If you put this lens on any C camera and try to mount on tripod, so if this is the camera and this is the lens and the camera is mounted on a tripod, it falls to the front because of the weight. So you have to consider the handling and the weight a lot, because this is not a lightweight lens, this is a heavy lens. But the image quality is sublime, it's sharp. It's sharp. And by the way, I don't know, for some reason, this lens was rendered more beautifully on ZF. I was shooting ZF and Z5 next to each other. Like this was mounted on ZF, and this was this 85 1.8 was mounted on Z5. So I was shooting Z5 with this lens and ZF with this lens. Somehow the ZF was rendering image better. The colors were really damn good right from the camera, even at the same setting. Now, nothing was changed. I was shooting at aperture priority, auto white balance. This lens, the colors coming out from this lens is surprisingly rich and contrasty and sharp and got more bokeh, of course, even at the same aperture of 1.8 with its 1.8 lens. So I'm impressed. I'm really impressed with this lens. I wasn't expecting the output, the quality of the output. I was expecting the 3D, that rendering, because I knew that 51.2 renders 3D. So I was expecting that the same formula is going to be applied on this 1.2, and this is exactly what happened. The 3D rendition was there, just like that, but the colors was better in this in compared to 51.2. I don't know how, but this image renders color so damn good. I was really impressed. What about there is, by the way, there is one function button over here at the side. You can configure to anything. What there was something I did with this function button. Can't remember. About the focus point. Yeah. Uh, by the way, there is another clip you will see on the screen right now. The focus. This lens has almost zero focus breathing, so it was very snappy between focusing from front to far. Very snappy and very quick in autofocus. Very quick. They got some linear, quad linear motors, so the focus was very smooth, very quiet. Actually, you can't hear anything at all. Uh, and you saw that black and white video already. So that's it. So that's it. I mean, I'm going to wrap up this video now. That's a quick and short video about my review for this lens 85 1.2. I wish I could have this lens, but I have to return this lens to Nikon Middle East, uh, uh, and hopefully soon I'll have one in my bag for myself. So that's it. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in future with some new content. Till then, take care.